What's up, Someday? Mr. Wilson, how's it going? That's a big old chunk of cherry. Yes, it is. She's right at... I think I was wrong on the measurements I gave you, everybody. Ow. 14 by 7. I thought she was 15 by 10, so it's not going to be as chaotic as I thought it was. I will say this, though. She weighs 45 pounds. Who is this skinny guy? What's up, Mr. Joseph? You and the family doing all right, sir? I've seen the news. Sorry for your loss, brother. You're like family to me. So, Jesse Gillen, what's up, brother? We turned a big chunk of walnut last time, and the storm rolled in on us. I would like to turn this into a calabash style before the weather gets all wonky, because it's supposed to get wonky again. So I think the best thing to do, put a fresh edge on this here bowl gouge. Actually, I done that right before I stopped the other day. We're going to throw on the birth control helmet. Yeah, go ahead, throw up Hunter Tools if you want to. They're an officiate of the channel now. I use their tools. I'll show the tools off if I happen to use them during this, which I think I'm going to have to a little bit. Still got strap handles on them, but it's a good day. What's up, Shoops? How's it going? Shalps, sorry, said it wrong. Miss Heidi. But I didn't get to flip my camera like I normally do. I'm going to start flipping my camera to where you guys have the right facing camera, because the way you see it, everything is displayed backwards. So when I say right, it really means left, and when left really means right. But we're less than, I think it's 25 subscribers away from safety meeting done. 25 subscribers away from hitting 7,500 subs, and we're 25,000 away from breaking the 7 mil view mark, which is a pretty big accomplishment to me. Everything goes right on this. I think we might achieve that today, but without saying a whole lot more, because I got stuff to do today, we're going to turn this monster. This is one of the other monster blanks that I got from the with Jeff Yamanaka. And I'm going to throw on the birth control helmet. We're going to start working on this thing, trying to round it off. It's going to be a calabash style bowl, so bottom's going to roll up. We are going to use a tenon for a foot, and then I'm going to flip it, put it on the faceplate, bolt it in, and then I'm going to shave the foot off after everything's said and done, because I want the a true calabash bowl is rolled all the way around. No polishing knobs tonight, Billy. Sorry. We'll be putting the face gear on for this one, at least till I get it where I need it. Joseph, thank you, man. Being here for 15 months. Switch the view up so y'all can see what's going on back here a little bit. I'll be working on this side for a while, so I don't think it would hurt to have you guys mounted up over here and let you eyeball what's going on back here in my world. course, once we get this centrifugal, we can pick the speed up and all that. See where we're at in reference to around this year. What's up, Johnny? How's it going? Okay, we do have this giant flat chunk over here. Got a little bit of a bark inclusion, a flat spot here. So we're nowhere near perfectly round yet. But on one of these calabash style bowls, imagine a sphere and they chop off the top quarter of it, which means our widest point is going to sit right about here, about a third way down, and then this is going to round the rest of the way. So we still got a good bit of shaping to do, but we're getting pretty close. this with a sharpener real quick. I'll move you guys away from the sharpener so I don't deafen y'all. What's up, Victor? If you guys haven't, like and subscribed. It really helps out the channel. Whole hell of a lot. Alright, so we're getting there. We're going to do a little bit more scooping. If you notice, I'm doing more of a rounding on this side and this side than I am in the middle. My goal is to get my plan. Let's go with plan. Plans to get this to the dimension that I want, and then kind of smooth everything out so we don't sacrifice any more wood than we have to. So, constant game of moving your tool rest in a little bit closer. Get back at it. What's up, Eric? Still got some flats in there. I can feel them smacking off my finger. I didn't expect to be rid of them yet, but we're getting to the point now where it's becoming a thing. Alright, so we do got this little punky spot over here. I don't know if that's going to become a natural void or something. I hope not, because between me and you guys, As much as I love the natural voids, I'm about done with them for a little bit. There's only so much butthole clenching terror you can deal with. Let that sit there for a second. We're going to get back into spinning. And once I get this flat spot removed, I'll put you guys back over on the other mount so you can actually see as this thing's taking shape and all that cool stuff. Mike Wilson, once I get down to the closer form of this, I might do that. Just to say that I've done it. Black mica powder and 2-minute or 5-minute epoxy. Pack all the holes and crevices. We're starting shaping on this one because I want to round this off a little bit more. Not crazy, but I'm going to have to do it. I don't know if it's secure enough to where I can raise the speed a little bit. A little bit. Still got some catches. But she's fairly centrifugal, and I'm covered in sawdust ribbons like a damn Yeti. If you guys haven't yet, please like, subscribe, check out my sponsors. Got some phenomenal ass sponsors. Okay, our patch is getting smaller. We're going to have to work on this a little bit more, which means I'm going to lose probably about ½ an inch overall outside diameter. And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to flood this piece of this bark inclusion here. Because if it wants to stay on there, then it can. I ain't trying to evict something that's been part of a tree for a couple hundred years, you know. And if it wants to chill out and hang around, it can totally do that. Fresh edge. Corby tool. Alright. You have to work on the bottom of it. The first thing I want to do is I want to get this flat out right here so we can establish exactly what we're wanting to do. Shoops are going live tonight also. Cool. this in. So one thing I don't like is it takes it forever to slow down when you're working with bigger blanks. It's not no touch and go, get back on it, turn what you got to. Alright, so the burnish line on that is actually looking really pretty whenever you drag the bevel, which we haven't been doing a whole lot of. I'm going to do probably one or two more back this way, just to get off the top part of that, and then we're going to start fading this round part in the center down. Try not to find any random surprises in here, like bullets or snakes or spiders. Spiders suck. I don't like spiders. That's good. Go back around our bark. I don't know if that's just a discoloration in the grain, if it's punky wood. By God, we're not going to find out the hard way. What's up, Waynona? This is actually going to be a pretty good size cherry bowl. And it's got some pretty grain in it. I think we're actually going to lose this this bark inclusion whenever I do the final bit of the shaping. But as I've always, I'm trying to work out this flat spot right here. I don't want that in there. Might have got rid of it, might not have. I'm not feeling no hard hits yet. Got just a little bit more. Just a little bit, man. If we got the flat spot out, I don't know, I can't feel it yet. We'll start shaping this down here on the bottom and doing a real big contour on that. I think the flat spot, it's about the size of a quarter. I think we're down to about where we can comfortably work on this. Round off the bottom a little bit better. And yeah, it looks way better. Okay. Give her a quick sharpen and hog through this last bit. More aggressive bevel on that. take this off for a minute. Okay. Okay. All right, so we should be round. We're not exactly to the roundest shape that we want. I can move you guys back over here just where you can have like a decent view of what the hell's going on, other than just me grinding away at some wood. Clean the shop up, dude. I'm standing in 8 inches of sawdust right now and shavings. Sound like my wife. Thing I am gonna do. I'm gonna work on this back corner just a little bit, so I don't have any kind of surprises with tear out. More speed, homie. It's getting there. I gotta get it round first, dude. That's more like it. Alright. We can get my top lip established. Bring a tool rest around here, work on this part, flatten it out so I can cut my tenon. We'll be doing a tenon on this one because I got to shave it off at the end. I do have an inclusion right here, so I don't know how much of that I'm going to lose. I just now uncovered that when I got the cutting on there. That wasn't there before. So that could be shitty. Could be cool. I don't know. Might be a natural defect, because God knows we've been doing a whole bunch of those here lately. Okay. So our blank is officially right at 14 inches round now. That's going to be pretty close to our final diameter, which kind of sucks. I was wanting a gigantic one, but I mean, of course, you're going to lose some when you're shaving that stuff off there. But it also has its ups because now I can put my tool rest underneath of it and totally shape this thing however I want to. So, trade-offs, man, trade-offs. We're rolling at $1,000. Put her up at $1,200 right now. Why do I got a feeling that's going to be a big-ass void? Yeah, she's opening up. I don't know how big she is, though. Damn it. Need to measure my other chuck so I can set my the pinch on my tenon. Turn the speed down for this part so I don't smash my fingers again, because that sucks. Like that, son of a bitch. There we go. Alright, so our tenon's going to be right here in the center. We got to shake some of this wood off here. Cannot get away from these natural voids, damn it. Just grab the chuck. Oh yeah, that's hollowed in there. I don't know how hollowed it in there it is, but it's in there. Just to avoid the any potential breakout. Kind of worries me because it's got this a little bit of a growth going straight up to this knot up here. So I mean, for all I know, we could be turning our own hand grenade. And if this does get like real wild and punky, we'll cut the punky stuff out. But that is relatively the shape. Could be a little bit more rounder and remove some of the lines. I might taper the top end just in a little bit more, but it's not going to be changing a whole lot from that, other than being cleaned up and all that good stuff. We got to get that tenon in the bottom of it. Slingshotting around this edge. taper our bead that we're running as we go up, so you still get the wide part in the middle. Round out that ridge line there. I think my chat died. I don't know. About right. That is a void. Not really digging that much. I'm hoping it doesn't put any weakness in the bottom. But you never know. Gonna go ahead and establish our tenon. Just like that. I care not at all what this looks like. We will be cutting that off. I want the contour of this and then no base on the bottom of this. Alright, so let's do real dumb stuff now. In here, 456. Come on, hit that like button, y'all. If anybody's still in my chat, this isn't just some weird numbers game. Say something. Let me know y'all can hear me. Last comment I got is Michael Wilson telling me I need to clean the shop. Keep it going. Somebody's in here. Say something for me. Just got wild on that one. Them bears got all kind of crazy. All right, my chat is killing me, man. Gotta fix my chat, y'all. I can't read what my people are saying. Chat filter. All messages. Oh, there we go. I don't know how the hell that happened. I'm sorry about that, guys. If I missed any of your comments. The last one I had there for a grip was Mike Wilson telling me to clean my damn shop. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. So, she's fairly round. She's not as pretty as I thought she was going to be. But we can work on that. I think I can change her, Mom. Big old weed here. Okay. So don't do that. Do have a crack right there by the knot, which we knew we had. I've got this void coming down here, which has a really cool grain and style to it, but probably not something you want on the side of your bowl. I got these, I don't know exactly what they are, but I'm calling them punky spots, damn it. If I can keep them, I'm cool with the natural discoloration in the wood. Don't get me wrong. We got rid of our bark. I'm afraid that punky spot's going to go all the way through the middle of that bad boy. Just got this weird feeling. But I do have some tear out right here, and I want to alleviate that. Maybe that's a little bit better. Shoot shot magic. Kiss. CA is lighting my ass up. I'm crying like a schoolgirl. Okay, there's that. We're gonna put some sawdust in some. Look, this is 220 or some shit. I don't know. I want to try to get. Just a dancing. Scotch wrap head. $7.5, hell yeah. That's what Daddy got, that's what Daddy got. I'm tickled. That means I've grown about 500 subscribers in 2 weeks, which is super cool with me. Alright. So, yeah, that's looking way better than what it was. I want to put some, what do y'all think? Oil or shine juice on this? Just why I got it smooth so I can chase down stuff and just give you guys a little bit of preview of the, what the grain looks like. Oil? Yeah, I think I'm with you on that, man. Come here, oil brush. Clean oil brush. Let's say that. Clean oil brush. I gotta turn this on and turn it all the way down. Or the next time I turn it on, it's gonna paint old Dad, and not like the way that people get painted when Billy Shoot is polishing his knob for 45 minutes straight on life. Really thought the surface was going to be a lot rougher than this. Man, I've hit both of those with CA, and they are still thirsty, so that's going to be a fun part when I get down to it. So y'all gotta let me know if you're in here checking this out and chilling out and hanging out on the regular and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna go back and start turning other stuff, don't get me wrong. But do y'all like the big bowl content, or do you like the more decorative, real quick stuff? You gotta let me know. I asked that in the last live stream right before the damn tornado touchdown up here. A good mix-up would be good. Cool. A big bowl content. Set that right there for a minute. Mm-hmm. Paper towel. Two. Bigger bowls require two, I reckon. It'd stay about that shiny, I'd be tickled. Oh, thanks, Bailey. No, I'm getting ready to go back to school here next week, man. I want to... trying to do everything I can to get out here and turn a little bit. I'm also getting ready for a show coming up. Okay, so that's our beeswax and mineral oil. I'm gonna try something stupid. I don't know if it'll work. We're going about 1,300 there. It's a whole lot of beeswax. Get my oven sock over here somewhere. Daddy likey. See what she's chilling out at. I do got beeswax down in some of the grain. If that was resin, that would look really cool. So now I'm gonna have to heat that up a little bit. Again. Thank you. Yep, that's better. Okay, one thing I did notice as I was sanding this, it's really not going to affect the finish aspect of it. After I cleaned up my dovetail, I do need a little bit more of a inward cant with my dovetail, just to make sure that I got the angle right. I'm going to take my skew and just like that. Easiest way to do it, the safest way to do it at this point. Take this, fix any kind of surface imperfections we got down there, although it doesn't really matter because we're going to have to flip this and cut it here in a minute anyways. Yeah. Crusty hands. Don't you fall off there, you son of a bitch. Stay. That. Put you back over here, loosen you up a little bit. Hopefully we got a real good pinch tenon on the bottom of this. There we go. Drop my tool again. That's what I do. I drop tools here on this channel. Don't know if you guys noticed that or not. Mainly lathe chucks. Okay, that slid off there a little bit. I don't like that. It's alright for the time being. Okay. We will use tailstock support on this because we can, and it's stupid to not do it if you can. Just any bit of added safety measures, especially when you're dealing with natural voids and wood and stuff like that. You need to do it. Put me right there below the center pin. Let me adjust the collar on this and set it real quick so I know that where I'm working at hasn't moved vertically. 693, hell yeah, keep going. Wobble, baby, wobble. Not too bad. We're gonna have to shape it. We're not wobbling. Outside's good. Now the front of this, where it's uneven as hell, is giving a pretty good illusion of a crazy wobble. But we've also got a half-inch height over here compared to damn near flat over here. So first thing we're going to do, remove that. This is where we need to make a really important decision. How thick do we want the walls on this? Let you guys decide on that. You're doing a thick wall build or a thin wall build? That's gonna have to come down probably about another 1/16 of an inch. I've got like almost a D-lam right there. I don't know if it's a crack or a defect in the chainsaw, but I want to make it not be there. Fill it. You can hear it actually. Okay. While that sits there, that's nice to know. Thick, but still good. No, it's not green wood. It's been dried. Okay, so this and this actually goes all the way across here. So that's just about out of the way. I honestly think that we should keep our wall thickness, because I've also got that inclusion on the bottom, and I don't know how thick it is, and we might end up running into it anyways. I think that's a little thick to start off with, but we're also going to roll the inside edge of this a little bit. It'll give the illusion that it's thinner. With all this right here on this one spot, my biggest fear is this side of the bowl flying off. One wing. Two wings. Bevel. Undercut still good. Check out Mike's nose shop sponsor. Oh yeah, yes. Hunter Tools hooked me up with some stuff. Hopefully I'll be using those here in a minute. One of the reasons why I'm doing the calabash style bowl with this undercut rim. That stabilizer works really good on this. Just to see how things are working right now in this part of the neighborhood. Okay. So, see how many of these defects and all that stuff. I'm using my big chuck now. It's got the big hole, so we're not going to do a whole lot of the grabbing a hold of the chuck to stop it thing going on. Not that that was ever good practice. Okay, so I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that. I'm assuming that this is going to go over and connect to this. I don't know where in the hell that's coming from or going to right there. A little bit of a knot. Right here, I got the pith off this piece going over. We should be fairly good there. I'm getting ready to hollow that out. Thank you, K. McCall. Check up on the subs here for a minute. What's up, Rainey? Bailey's still in here. Shoops, of course, you're still in here. Andrea Rebin, I can't pronounce it. I'm slow. Welcome. Sorry about that. My sweep across the front. Yeah, that was not great. It's back. It's back. I haven't got to make handles for these yet, so I can't use the Viceroy. But I have the separator here, and this is a phenomenal little tool from Hunter Tools. I'm just going to chuck it up because it's got a tang on it. I'm going to chuck it up in my makeshift chuck handle. So, a flat bar, and then down here at the very end of it, it cants, and then it sets your carbide at an angle, so it's there once you're on the flat rest. And it works pretty damn good. Especially, it's meant for beveling on the insides of bowls, undercuts, stuff like that. Truly is an astounding tool. Get back to focus, and it leaves a smooth finish. This is a phenomenal tool. I'm super thankful that Hunter sent these to me. And I actually love using this. I can't wait till I get this chucked up on a full-size handle. I'm only working with a 10-inch handle right now. But man, it does what it is supposed to do. Talk about a hollowing machine, man. It does everything that it's supposed to do, and as far as I'm concerned, more. I can't wait to get this and the Viceroy handled up. And the inside of that is just smooth. Like, not even like I used the carbide and I need to sand smooth. It's just smooth. So we're going to hollow all this out. And we're going to use this tool, and we're going to cove on the inside of this bowl. Set this over here so it don't get bumped up, and I've definitely got to make handles for that, like right real quick here in the near future. We're going to go back to our bowl gouge. I'm going to attempt to take off the tailstock because I need to do some angled cuts and stuff. turn you down about 800-900. Do our tool rest the rest of the way out of the way, or my tailstock out of the way, because I keep bumping my elbow on that pointy thing. Oh yeah, Greg? Pretty cool, man. Third grade and all, especially. Kids and third graders these days are like still taking naps and finger painting. Fighter. I love the way Cherry looks. I just keep forgetting how hard it is. There we go. I cheated. Sorry. Take this nonsense off him. Yeah, we're from Ohio. So we've made it about an inch and a half into there, and she's a fickle chick. We're gonna swap this out. That's what I thought, you son of a bitch. I don't know exactly how this will work on the center of that, but I love tools that have more than one purpose and one function. Alright, Hunter Tools is the shit. I'm not even going to beat around the bush on it. This seems phenomenal. Normally I hate carbides. That's making light work of that. I had a catch over in the corner because I've got so much of an overhang from the way that I've got my rest position. I'm actually working above center now. That'd probably be the reason for a few of my catches. Tractor trailer tire. Oh. Yeah, I'm good. My mother-in-law checking on me like I've been shot. Okay, so catch got a little aggressive. Things got wild, right? Let's put it back on here. Make sure she's clamped down. We'll do some lighter, less aggressive cuts. I think that would be the best thing to do. Pith did pop loose though. That kind of pisses me off. Work on that. Just kind of digging that little chunk up there. I think it's low key what we got to catch on the inside of that. Thanks for stopping by, Perry. You saw the wobble starting. That's probably a good possibility. So, right here we're starting to get into this punkier stuff. I got a couple rings in there. Of course, like everything that I turn, this is going to fight me tooth and nail. Never just a good day at the shop, huh? Who am I bullshitting? If you're out here turning wood, you're having a good day at the shop. Need to let that do some stuff. Some of that hardening stuff that it does. If you guys haven't, please like and subscribe to the channel and all that cool stuff. That's turned down. We officially have a wobble now, and we didn't have one that bad to begin with. Chuck's clamped. We got good purchase with the teeth on 3 out of the 4 jaws. We're gonna have to go about this all delicate like. That is the dilemma of a closed rim bowl right there. Your shavings stay on the inside, so you periodically got to like empty things out and go back into it. So what I do know is our bowl won't be much more narrower than this. We will roll over the top of it. We'll flatten out this right here and kind of save the day on that. I have to give the outside of it a little bit of love where she turned into a tractor trailer tire on me a few minutes ago. But it's not that god awful, really. I do need to come in here and start hollowing because we're starting to get out to the fat part and there'll be a bunch of excess weight. Okay. A lot of ways to reuse them. Don't need hamster bedding. Could be hamster bedding. All right, we're about right here in the hollowing process. So we've really only got like about another 1.5 inches and then to round off and clean everything up from where she decided that she was going to take an off-road journey a few minutes ago. Need to get the cherry dust out of my vape because, you know, that's important. We'll have to come up here and we'll have to shore this up as much as I really don't want to work on that rim a whole lot. We're going to have to because she looks kind of funky at the moment. But I think we'll be able to save that baby. And then we'll do our final fitting pass on the inside of it. Once I get the majority of this out, and we'll have a calabash bowl, kind of. Then we'll have to put it over in the faceplate, flip it around, or I'm sorry, the cold jaws, flip it around, then we're going to shave off the tin on the bottom.
I can get this thinned down a little bit in the middle. I'm going to swap out my tool wrist. Out of curiosity. A little bit of weight reduction there. Sorry that was eating at me, and I had to plan ahead because I had that piece of that pit that was kicked out of there, and I knew I was going to round down the rim anyways. Okay, see what we got going on. 200 likes, 211 likes, 222 people watching. I'll take her. Oh shit, guys, we lucked out. There's a bullet in here. No wonder, man. Yeah, that's a bullet. It's a bullet in my tree. What's up, Eric? Thank you, man. Appreciate the help. Check it out. Right there. Let me get the light for y'all. There's a fucking bullet in my tree, Bobby. Just you don't find that a whole lot. Let me get around here. Ow. That could actually account for a lot. But right there, the bullet. Thank you, Eric. I'll put you on the list here for 2 for this Sunday as well, man. So yeah, there's a bullet. I bet you that this hole down here that's where that bullet came in. Oh hell, somebody else done it too, man. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Not your average. Hold on. Two, Eric makes. One, not. Is that the average or the ordinary? Hold on. Average, not your average. Keith Brewer, man, thanks for joining. Keith, I'm gonna put him on there. Keith Brewer, hell yeah. So, yeah, I don't want to cut this bullet out. I really wish that this was way closer to the bottom. But, that one's John? Okay. But, damn it. I wish they'd been closer to the bottom. That'd be a hell of a cool detail to keep in there. I might have to go back on the live and edit this out, or edit into this. Who just did that? Keith sent 10, so that's 3 for Keith. Joined up on his own accord, plus sent 10. Hell yeah, Keith. Thank you, brother. All right, so I've got a bullet. I've got to make my bullet go away. This is probably really dumb, and I might be sacrificing the whole damn build, but I'm going to try to cut. Divot lines on both sides of this so I can get a hold of it and pop it out of there. I'd really like to do that. Just to say, you know. And we're artsy here, by God. If I can get that bullet out of there without it tearing apart and cutting up, I'll make a lid for this and then set the bullet in the lid just to do it. But that is 100% a lead bullet, and it looks like a big one too. Damn. To my face holes. Okay, I got a little bit more on this side to shave off. Now, if I get my pliers, I might be able to grab that thing and pop it out of there. Gotta find out what my boy did with my pliers. He's a hellion. tell you what we will do. Sorry about that. Damn, did he do it again? Oh no, okay. So, never really had this conundrum before. I found nails and stuff, but a bullet's actually really... I mean, it's not unheard of by any means, but... it does tell a story. Okay. And that would also explain why we got all that crazy coloration and growth back there on that side. What do I got over here? I was cutting wire the other day. Those might work. Actually, might dig in a little bit better than pliers. That's the bullet, and I've shaved off probably about a quarter of it. I'd say that's either a... because I already got the point off, but judging by the size of it, and the length, you're probably looking at 357 or a 38. No, it wasn't a 50 cal, but it's still a fatty. I'd say it's probably a 357, somewhere in that ballpark. It's pretty cool. So, I think we're going to save this because this end's still around. And I might make a lid to sit on this, then inset this in the very center of it. I'm not going to clean it up or anything like that. Just that way people know what it's for. It's the first time I found a bullet in a bowl. Especially that far into it. You also have no idea how thankful I am I caught that with a carbide, not my bowl gouge. Because that would have been a hell of a ride. One with the bullet. You know what song the short on this will be edited to. Alright, starting to get back in there where it's a little squirrely. So we're going to flip this tool rest so I can use this smaller angle here. Hey, Bill, this tool rest right here is mighty damn useful if you're doing bowls. Kind of like, gotta be making a bowl like 6 inches or bigger, you know, for to get like the full effect of it. But man, it gets you into some places that you normally would have a real hard time getting. Loosen this a little bit just so I can work it. I've been keeping my tool rest like stupid tight here lately. That's not really giving me the angle that I was wanting, so I might switch it over and go to the other tool rest, just so I can get a little bit deeper in there, a little bit more stability. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Say, damn it, that better not be more lead in there. Check our depth. Okay, we are just past the big cusp of this. We're gonna start taping her in to curve in the bottom. Hand's starting to hurt a little bit, y'all. I'm sharp. Alright, see if we got any more bullets or any kind of unsuspected visitors on the inside here. No, we're starting to get through to that down there. It would appear that as far as getting shot, our tree was a one and done. Okay. If y'all haven't yet, please like and subscribe. So I'm going to do something now that not only will help me kind of see what the hell's going on inside there, because this is a deep hole, but it'll also help you guys see exactly what the hell's going on. I'm gonna try to anyways. Angle this just right. There we go. Might help out a little bit. What do you need? A little pinhole tool rest to give you really, dude. I thought about that, getting like the little pinhole cam that clips in the bottom of the camera, and I can mount it on the tool rest. I think that'd be really cool, and they're actually not that much. I had one on my Amazon cart a while back. I just don't know if that's something that everybody be into, and I really don't know if it'd draw people away or bring them in. But it's on my wish list. Hey, where this had a bullet in it, is it still food safe? As much as I like the speed, we're not going to take her up that far. Holy hell. Upside down. Sorry guys, I know it's taking a little bit of time, but if the inside curve of this doesn't follow the outside curve of it, it's not really a calabash bowl, you know what I mean? What's up, Miss Francis? How's it going, hon? Okay. Miss Francis is making me some wood blanks for me to turn, or some resin blanks to, well, she's not making, she's already made them, for me to turn some gnarly pins out of, and I've already got some crazy ideas. Holy hell, that's a deep one, boys. That's a real deep one. Okay, so we managed to get our knot kind of short up over here. Thank God for that, because that scared me when it came off here 7 ways from Sunday. I'm not going to lie. We need to take up this middle island right here. And then we need to make this a smooth bead all the way through here. So let's do that now. I need to drop my tool rest just a tad bit. I'm cutting above center, and I was doing that because I was hollowing with the diamond tool, which are not really meant to do. Honestly, still needs to go down just a tad bit. Not much, but some, you know. Is that the appropriate way to do that? No. Did it work? Yes. Okay. Okay. Woo! Get a lot of hippity-hoppity in there. You need to swap it out for a bigger curved rest. That way I can control, any of the... I guess you'd call it maybe recoil. But we about got her licked. We're about done with her. I promise y'all. Now, Jeff from 2 Minute Tips for Wood Turner will be going tomorrow. Y'all need to definitely go check out him. Dude is skilled at a different level. And then the Shoops will be going live tonight, I believe, at 9 o'clock Tennessee Hillbilly time. So, right at 10 o'clock here, Eastern time. Love watching the Shoops. Drop that just a little bit. Oh, it scared the hell out of me. Okay, so for this up here, this region of ignorance, turn the speed down. We use the smaller of the scraper tools. I'm going to use my offhand for support on the outside of the bowl. Woo! It will get hot. It will catch. What did I just catch? I can deal with wood. Don't be another bullet. Nope, it was just grain. Cool. It's that punky stuff. I'm cool with that. We gotta sand this off. I'll scrape it very lightly. Get down here on the bottom, I'll give her hell. Because it's not as free hanging as the sides are. A little bit more to give her a coved bottom. We want it to be round all the way through, so we got to do that. Okay. Sander. Oh, damn it. Damn good thing I got other sandpaper coming, that's all I'm saying. I got the socks on in the ankle, brother. Yeah, let me find it here, Jeffro. Looks like either a 357. I don't know. I've chawed off on about part of it, so it could be a 45. But it's old. It's a solid lead case bullet, so it's either pre 1980 or it's a self-bore. Okay, we are code. Like, I don't get all jittery about a lot, man, but that's a solid continuous curve all the way through there. I'm pretty tickled with that. We hit it with some different grits, some different sandpapers, try to church it up a little bit, but we put a little bit of extra time in that one, and we won't have to. Won't have to work on it nearly as much in the end. Oh, I guarantee it. Yeah, so I have to question, if this had a lead slug in it for that long, is it still food safe? Scrubby pad at. Probably one of the many things I've dropped on the floor here the past 20 minutes. What's up, Carlos? Like and subscribe, homie. Brother Jeff will be going live tomorrow, I believe. He can confirm that. I need 15 more likes in here to pop the 300 mark. Ooh, damn, that's pretty. Now, I do see a little bit of an issue right here along the edge. Oh, that I need to take care of. I've got a little bit of a bead that I... angle the back side of your scraper up just a little bit while you're giving support on the outside of it. Kind of reduces the damage put on the outside of the wood there, where you've got that wall without support on both sides of it. The shavings. Yeah, I remember those days, man. I know you do too, Jeff. I said this every time I go live and Jeff pops in here. Jeff's my unofficial mentor. He won't claim me, so I gotta say the unofficial part. But I've learned so much from the dude that I can't go without giving him the props that he rightfully deserves. Okay, this one's gonna get an oil finish, same as the inside did. I'm gonna turn it off. And I'm going to... The punky wood in this actually turned out really cool after we stabilized it. It gives it a lot of character. I was talking to Jeff yesterday about putting a bead on this on the inside and everything else, and I'm definitely not doing that. I do need to sand the outside of this heifer a little bit. I see that now. She needs some love. But it was like, man, just let the wood sing, dude. Let it do what it's gonna do. And I was like, all right, talk me into it. So he speaks, I listen. This will kind of reduce anything on the outside of these. So I've already got the outside of this done with some oil and some beeswax. My circus juice, Jeff. I'm gonna give the inside the same treatment, and then I might go over it and hit it all with the shine juice, just to see what happens. Okay, that feels way better. That feels better. That feels better. Alright, cool. We're on low. Cool thing about this stuff is, close your bowl, it stays inside. Except for that time. Lying bastards. Make sure we're covered on the inside, and we are. Yeah, we're covered. So is the walls. Give this a once over because this heifer already came off the lathe on me once. Really does have some beautiful grain to it. And I stink right now because it's hotter than the hinges of hell here in Southern Ohio. Like I stank, like I made love to two goats. It's our bullet entry. Right there, which is probably why we got that big discoloration pattern. Yeah. It's okay, because I ordered some wax last night to redo my lathe bed and get it all cleaned up and everything like that. Just a little preventative maintenance. We're going to take the head unit apart, blow it out, because I've been putting in some time on this bad boy as here lately. Hit her with the circus grease. Circus grease.
Yeah, circus grease.
Fresh paper. Fresh papers. Yeah, it came out pretty nice. 307 likes. Hell yeah, y'all. Don't make a man happy. You make a man happy. Don't wrap this around your hand. See what she looks like. All right. So, the shine, the juice. I like using a sock for beeswax. I know that sounds stupid, but man, it really feels like it works. I would like to incorporate paste wax into my finish, but you know, can't find that shit anywhere. Unless you're Billy Shoe, you got 7 coats of it, just chilling out, you know. It's for sale, man. This one is not for a client or anything like that. I just big chunk of cherry, wanted to make a big cherry calabash bowl. I'll have to try that, Jeff. There we go. Yeah, Billy Joe, Jim Bob. It's there for sale, man. No, I am not trying to show up anybody, man. I just enjoy turning. Turn merchant. That boy's an animal all of his own. What's up, Benner? It's 5:15. Yeah, I got time. All right, the inside of her is done. You guys are gonna have to stick around me for a second because I need to put my cold jaws on this behemoth. So we're going to set you right there for a second. Need this. Never underestimate the power of a good magnet. You guys are going to have to bear with me here for a second because this is the first time I've ever used cold jaws on anything. Yeah, with the toolbox right on the side of it. I think this is them. They might be in the next drawer down. I've got like 3 or 4 sets of cold jaws in here that I've never used. 3. 2, 3. Those aren't the ones for this one. Just so I don't bump that anymore. Oh, getting busy. These are okay. Stay, Bobby. Let's go the mark, maybe. Yeah, cool. Whatever. Sorry for the delay in action here, y'all. I always kind of wanted a set of jaws or a chuck that was just dedicated to cold jaws, so you could alleviate this issue right here, because this is a lot of dead time in the middle of a live. And when you're on a time crunch, which I kindly am, you son bitch, it can get a little bit annoying. Okay. Thank you, magnet. Stay there, magnet. Dummy pucks. Okay. This is gonna get real stupid. I can feel it. Damn, I can almost fit the entire set of cold jaws in there. Awkward. That's big she goes. We have a conundrum. Okay, hold on. We're not after it calabash. Okay, she's currently on the jaws themselves. Don't want to get too wild with that because ain't a whole lot holding that on. So this is going to come off. This is going to go on. She's a sketchy bitch right now, boys and girls. I'm not real thrilled about this, but I've got to get this foot off here for it to be a calabash. Make sure our walls are tight.
Shit.
All right. Sharp edge on this real quick. Get the vape for the nerves. This make me real uneasy. It's the first one of these I've ever done. Well, it's not done yet. It's the first one of these I've ever attempted, let's say that. Roll the tool rest just a tad bit. So I can get that bottom wing working on there. Now this has got to set on a table, flat and not teetering around. One more time with this tool because I love it. Hopefully she don't catch. Thank you, Mike Hunter from Hunter Hollowing Systems. A bit more. Okay. Came this far, boys and girls, we might as well. We gotta make this center cut 3 mil deep. Like that. That way I'll have a place to inset my coin. Please don't fly off. That would be great. I would love you forever and a day. $400 and something here. Hit that like button. Give me the 350. Just a little bit of circus juice, that way our finish is consistent all the way around. A little bit of beeswax. Cook it in. final touch of the shine juice. Jeff, you couldn't get a stick pin up my ass with a sledgehammer right now. Alright, let me get this damn thing off here for others online. No. We want to go. We want to tighten. We're on a hole we shouldn't even be doing with that damn cold jaws right now. So it's flat. Cool. All right. Here is our calabash style bowl, no foot. Little hole in the bottom for our challenge coin. Walls are about 3/8 inch thick. Was able to save everything. No natural voids in this one. This one's actually pretty cool because if you look on that side of the bowl, it looks like it's got a smiley face. But other than that, it is 3:30. I've got to get in the house. I've got to get washed up because I got to take my little boy over to the first school function of the year. It's where they meet the athletic department and all that stuff. Thank you, Billy, I'm sorry. But I'll have a short up for this. This will be posted to my Facebook group if anybody's interested or anything like that in it. Other than that, please like, subscribe. I've had 348 likes. 2 more would be way better. Thank you, Jeff. That means so much coming from you. Please check out the other channels. Jeff is going live tomorrow. The Shoops are going live tonight. I will be in there watching both of them. Please go check them out. My boy Jeff is like, I think, 24, 25 subs from breaking the 5K mark. Hopefully I broke 7,500 on this live stream. Now, other than that, it's hot. I didn't bring out nothing to drink. I'm going inside. Peace. I love y'all. God bless. Check out my sponsors. Check out the other channels. Drink water. Wear deodorant. I'm out.